Attracting the woman who seems uninterested, a guide to magnetic presence. Gentlemen, pulling in a woman who appears completely disinterested isn't about tricks, manipulation, or forcing her focus. It's about showing up in a way that naturally commands respect, sparks curiosity, and ignites real attraction. Too many men approach with insecurity, emotional neediness, or over-explaining, signals that scream low value and kill desire instantly. The raw truth: women respond to confidence, clarity, and grounded presence far more than any clever line, gift, or tactic. When you master how to approach properly, even one who starts off cold, you position yourself as someone worth noticing, someone radiating value and self-assurance without begging for validation. Approaching effectively goes beyond words. It's energy, timing, and a deep read of female psychology. Women are drawn to men who are emotionally anchored, certain of their purpose, and socially aware. Even if she seems indifferent at first, the way you carry yourself can create intrigue, build curiosity, and trigger genuine pull. This isn't about changing who you are to fit her preferences. It's about amplifying your natural qualities so you become undeniable and magnetic. On relationship psychology, we cut straight to what works. In this guide, we break down the concrete steps to approach and attract her, even when she starts off uninterested. Every part focuses on mindset, behavior, and practical moves rooted in confidence and psychological insight. Follow these, and you'll learn to command presence, communicate with impact, and draw her in naturally. No desperation, no fake effort. Build unbreakable self-confidence first. Confidence is non-negotiable. Most men severely underestimate how much their energy, posture, and inner state drive attraction. Confidence isn't arrogance, flashy displays, or rehearsed lines. It's being rooted, self-assured, and completely comfortable in your own skin. Women pick up on subtle cues: how you move, your voice tone, how you interact with the world around you. A truly confident man radiates value effortlessly, which can flip even initial disinterest into curiosity. Start with self-awareness. Know your strengths, your wins, the unique traits that make you stand out. Confidence grows when you fully accept yourself without needing anyone else's approval, including hers. Body language is huge. Stand tall, shoulders relaxed, steady eye contact. No fidgeting, no looking down, no rushed movements. Your physical presence speaks louder than any opener ever could. Mentally, adopt the frame that her attention is optional, not required. This doesn't mean acting aloof or cold. It means approaching from inner security, not emotional dependency. When she senses you're at ease in your own skin, she registers high value. Emotional mastery is key too. Fear of rejection often makes men overthink or act jittery. By controlling your emotions, you project stability and maturity, massively attractive traits. Before approaching, visualize the interaction flowing smoothly and mentally prepare to stay calm no matter her initial response. Confidence is contagious. When you radiate it, even resistance can turn into intrigue. Finally, real confidence lets you approach naturally and directly without overanalyzing every word or gesture. Women are pulled toward decisive, clear men who aren't afraid to act. Even if she seems uninterested at first, your grounded energy, assured presence, and emotional calm create an aura of attraction that makes her notice you. Confidence is the foundation for every step that follows, and the single biggest factor in successfully approaching any woman. Approach with clear intent. Once confidence is solid, the next move is approaching with purpose. Too many men hesitate, overthink, or use weak openers, immediately signaling uncertainty and dropping attraction. Women are highly attuned to energy and intention. An intentional approach communicates clarity, decisiveness, and value. It shows you're a man who knows what he wants and is comfortable acting without needing approval. Intentional doesn't mean pushy. It means deliberate, confident, and respectful. Before you move, define your goal mentally. Spark a conversation, gauge her vibe, create intrigue. Knowing your aim prevents scattered energy, awkwardness, or fumbling words. Your mindset should be that the interaction benefits both of you. You're engaging because she interests you, not because you need her validation. That subtle distinction flips the frame and instantly positions you as high value. Timing and context matter hugely. Read her situation and mood first. Is she deep in something, distracted, rushed? An intentional approach respects her space while making your presence felt. Start with a simple, confident greeting or an observation that shows situational awareness. Skip generic lines or forced humor that reeks of rehearsal. Natural, context-based comments demonstrate intelligence, presence, and social calibration, traits women find magnetic. Match your energy to your intent. Speak with steady volume, relaxed posture, deliberate movements. Avoid overenthusiasm, fidgeting, or rushing words. An intentional approach signals you value your time and energy, and by extension, hers, enough to engage meaningfully. Women who start off seeming uninterested respond to this grounded, confident energy because it sets you apart from the desperate, reactive, uncertain guys. Finally, approach with the frame that her reaction is secondary. Outcome-independent men stay sure of themselves regardless, creating magnetic tension. Even if she resists at first or seems indifferent, your clarity, intent, and calm spark curiosity and open the door for deeper engagement. Approach with purpose, and you position yourself as someone worth noticing, someone who naturally exudes presence and value, turning initial disinterest into attention and intrigue. Use subtle challenge. When approaching a woman who seems uninterested, subtle challenge is a powerful tool. Most men come in with excessive eagerness or over-the-top flattery, signaling low value right away. Women are naturally drawn to confident men who aren't needy, and subtle challenge communicates exactly that. It creates intrigue, stirs curiosity, and separates you from the passive crowd. Challenge doesn't mean rude, dismissive, or aggressive. It means presenting as a man with standards, boundaries, and self-respect. Subtle challenge works on the psychological principle of perceived value. When she senses you're not overly available, that you have your own life, interests, and standards, she gets curious why you're selective. That curiosity triggers attraction, even from someone who started cold. Examples include playful teasing, mild disagreement, or showing you're not instantly swayed by her attention. The key is balance, assertive enough to spark intrigue, never crossing into discomfort or conflict. Your delivery matters. Speak with calm confidence, hold steady eye contact, use body language that conveys control. Don't over-explain or justify. The challenge lives in your vibe, not endless words. For instance, if she teases or tests, respond with wit or humor instead of defensiveness. This frames you as unshakable and attractive without seeking approval. Timing is critical. Introduce challenge gradually as rapport builds. Too early feels confrontational. Too late misses the intrigue window. Watch her responses closely. Engagement, laughter, or reciprocal teasing shows she's hooked on your energy. Disinterest or defensiveness may mean more patience or reassessment. Subtle challenge also reinforces your boundaries. By showing you're not easily influenced or overly invested, you set the tone for respectful engagement. Women who start uninterested often respond because it signals your attention, and approval must be earned, not handed out freely. Over time, subtle challenge naturally builds tension, curiosity, and attraction, turning initial resistance into investment without force or manipulation. Done right, it turns an average approach into something magnetic, positioning you as a man radiating presence, confidence, and intrigue that can't be ignored. Create mystery. When approaching a woman who seems uninterested, building mystery is one of the most effective ways to spark attraction. Men often overshare or try too hard to impress early, killing intrigue and signaling neediness. Mystery, on the other hand, generates curiosity and pulls her in. A woman naturally wants to understand what isn't immediately obvious. When you present as confident yet partially enigmatic, you create psychological pull that draws her closer. Mystery starts with communication. Speak deliberately, share selectively, avoid flooding her with personal details or backstory too soon. Let her fill in some blanks herself and allow natural curiosity to grow. For example, instead of dumping your full life story, touch on interesting experiences or passions and leave room for follow-up questions. Your body language and tone reinforce the mystery and assurance. Calm confidence, steady eye contact, no eagerness to impress. Mystery lives as much in how you carry yourself as in what you say. Another key is availability. Women notice men with active lives, strong social circles, independent pursuits. By showing your attention isn't easily captured or given indiscriminately, you boost your value and deepen intrigue. Don't be constantly reachable or overcommit for her focus. Keep interactions intentional and meaningful. Subtle unpredictability enhances mystery too. A confident man doesn't follow a rigid script. He adapts naturally, keeps conversation dynamic, mixes in occasional humor, insight, or playful tension. That unpredictability keeps her mind engaged and prevents things from turning routine. Mystery signals depth, a life and experiences beyond the moment, which makes her want to know more. Finally, mystery amplifies when combined with confidence and subtle challenge. When she senses you have your own purpose, standards, and energy, she sees a man worth attention. Mystery isn't deception, it's restraint, presence, and maintaining a magnetic aura that invites curiosity. Women who start uninterested are far more likely to engage when they feel compelled to figure out the man in front of them. By creating mystery, you flip the dynamic from you chasing her to her being pulled toward you. It naturally builds psychological tension, intrigue, and attraction, making your presence magnetic even against initial disinterest. Mystery bridges confidence, challenge, and sustained pull, positioning you as irresistible without desperation or force. Focus on demonstrating value. Attracting a woman who seems initially uninterested requires emphasizing your value in a natural, authentic way. Many men try too hard to impress with superficial gestures, money, or compliments, often signaling insecurity instead of real worth. True attraction comes from demonstrating value through behavior, presence, and the energy you bring to her world. A woman notices a man who's confident, purposeful, unshakable, even without seeking her approval. Start by building a fulfilling life outside her attention. Pursue passions, maintain strong friendships, develop skills that fulfill you independently. When you're fully engaged in your own goals and interests, it signals a rich, complete life, making you more attractive because you don't depend on her validation. This holds whether she shows interest early or not. Your value must exist first, not be conditional on her reactions. Interactions should subtly reinforce that value. Speak with authority, share experiences that show competence, stay composed in social settings. Avoid over-explaining or justifying, those scream insecurity. Let actions and behavior reflect skill, purpose, and self-worth. Women are naturally drawn to men radiating stability, confidence, and personal success because it signals emotional maturity and capacity for meaningful connection. Social proof amplifies value too. Being respected by others, having a solid network, being seen as competent or successful in your pursuits makes you more appealing. Women notice how others respond to you, creating subconscious attraction. Likewise, how you handle challenges, uncertainty, or rejection reveals inner strength and emotional resilience, highly magnetic qualities, even to women who start cold. Focusing on value also means setting standards in interactions. Don't bend over backward for attention or approval. Respond selectively, hold boundaries. Show your time and energy are precious. When she senses your presence must be earned and your attention isn't given freely, curiosity and attraction build naturally. Ultimately, emphasizing value isn't bragging or superficial. It's embodying a rich, confident, intentional life. Women who seem initially uninterested respond to men demonstrating competence, assurance, and purpose because it signals an engagement with you would be meaningful and rewarding. Shifting focus to your value moves the dynamic from chasing to being pursued, creating natural attraction without force, manipulation, or neediness. This principle ensures even resistant women notice, respect, and gravitate toward the presence you project. Communicate with unshakable confidence. Attracting a woman who seems uninterested demands mastering confident communication. Many men fail here by over-explaining, unnecessary apologies, or hesitant speech, all of which kill attraction. Confident communication signals assurance, clarity, and value, qualities that naturally draw women's attention, even when they start indifferent. It's not about being loud, arrogant, or dominant. It's speaking with presence, intent, and steady energy. Start by controlling tone and pace. Speak clearly with deliberate pauses. Cut filler words like maybe, or I guess. Those tiny cues transmit insecurity and weaken impact. Confident communication includes body language too. Stand tall, hold steady eye contact, use natural, controlled gestures. Your physical presence reinforces the authority and assurance in your words. Choose words carefully. Focus on statements that convey who you are and what you value without begging approval. Instead of seeking attention or validation, share experiences, opinions, or observations reflecting your life and purpose. Women respond to men who express themselves clearly and assuredly because it demonstrates confidence, maturity, and emotional stability. Humor, playful teasing, and subtle challenge can enhance communication, creating psychological tension and curiosity that pulls her in. Listening is just as crucial. Confident communication isn't only talking, it's engaging in a way that shows you're fully present, attentive, and selective with your focus. Respond thoughtfully rather than reactively, using replies as chances to deepen intrigue, not over-explain or convince. Avoid needy or reactive patterns. If she resists interest initially or challenges you, respond with calm assurance. Emotional restraint reinforces your value and signals your attention must be earned, not given freely. Over time, this communication style shifts the dynamic from you pursuing her to her becoming curious and invested, even if she began uninterested. By blending clarity, calm, and presence, confident communication positions you as grounded, self-assured, and magnetic. Women notice this energy and are drawn to men who speak with authenticity, decisiveness, and control. Mastering it ensures your approach generates intrigue, respect, and attraction without neediness or manipulation. Conclusion: a foundation of confidence and self-respect. Gentlemen, attracting a woman who seems initially uninterested isn't about lines, tricks, or manipulation. It's about confidence, presence, and strategic action. Women are pulled toward men who radiate authentic value, demonstrate calm, and move with purpose. Your approach, energy, and follow-through determine whether initial resistance turns into genuine interest. By building unshakable confidence, approaching with intent, using subtle challenge, creating mystery, emphasizing value, communicating assuredly, and following up strategically, you position yourself as someone worth noticing, desiring, and respecting. Many men fail because they react from neediness, over-explanation, or desperation. Women sense insecurity instantly, and it kills attraction. Stoicism and self-respect demand your actions reflect your worth, not your craving for validation. Your goal is intentional engagement, firm boundaries, and curiosity through calm, clarity, and mastered presence. Even against disinterest, these principles naturally generate attention, intrigue, and pull. Remember, attraction is a byproduct of your energy, behavior, and value, not chasing or excessive effort. When you approach confidently, maintain mystery, challenge subtly, and follow up strategically, you create a magnetic dynamic that draws women toward you instead of the reverse. The women who notice and respond do so because of your presence, standards, and calm. Master these steps, and you can attract any woman, even those who resist at first, without compromising your dignity or self-worth. Your energy, value, and approach lay the foundation for lasting attraction and meaningful connection.